Birthday Waterhole is a semi-permanent pool on the Hugh River in the West MacDonnell Ranges. It is also the trailhead for the 223-kilometre Larapinta walking trail that extends from Alice Springs to Mount Sonder. Large river red gums fringe Birthday Waterhole, which is an important ecological site. Waterbirds are attracted to the waterhole because of its large population of desert rainbow fish, frogs and aquatic invertebrates. The track is suitable for high clearance four-wheel drives only, with rocky and also sandy sections, which are infectious to the adventurous-seeking desire in one's soul. Stanley Chasm is a 3 metre wide, 80 metre high gorge amongst the West MacDonnell Ranges. Once a narrow tributary of the Finke River system, persistent rainfall and flooding of the lusher bygone era has intricately carved the sandstone slopes. Either side bears the jagged, craggy impressions created over untold millions of years of dramatic and picturesque effect. The magnificent display of bold red and orange hue glows deepest under the midday sun. And a natural nearby spring brings out an unlikely abundance of life to the arid climate area. The West MacDonnell Ranges were formed during a major geological event called the Alice Springs orogeny. Beginning in the late Ordovician and continuing right through to the Carboniferous period, 450 million years to 300 million years ago. Folding, vaulting and erosion have formed the ranges we see today. The MacDonnell Ranges near Alice Springs have eroded over time, but were once likely to be the height of the Andes and the Himalayas. The ranges are composed of many rock types, but are most famous for their red quartzite peaks and gorges. Other rock types include granite, limestone, sandstone and siltstone. Some of the valleys of the range contain fossil evidence of the inland sea that once covered Central Australia. Yellow ochre, the dominant colour of these cliffs, is caused by a mixture of white clay and iron oxide. The red-brown colours are formed by a high level of oxidised iron in a very fine grain hematite or limonite. White ochre has very little or no iron, The white colour comes from a kaolin, a white clay mineral, and tiny fragments of mica and quartz give the ochre a shiny quality. Spectacular quartzite cliffs at Ormiston Gorge in the West MacDonnell Ranges mark the uplift of ancient mountains over 300 million years old that formed in an unusual setting, hundreds of kilometres from the nearest tectonic plate boundary. Thick sheets of quartzite are piled on top of each other, bent and twisted into enormous folds visible throughout the West MacDonnell Ranges National Park. You can see these looking towards Ormiston Pound to the east. Geologists believe some extraordinary things happened here. This spectacular red cliff face is really 2 layers of quartzite stacked like huge slabs of bread in a giant sandwich. The top layer was originally located 2 kilometres north of here. Something amazing happened. It was thrust southward. Now it's sitting on top of another slab of quartzite at Ormiston. It is quite impossible to explain the enormity of this area. It is beautiful but tortured. It is calming but angry. It is quite indescribable, the feeling it evokes in one's emotions. And this is where we're walking to, and it's late in the afternoon and we haven't got a jumper with us. Yeah, we've got to get to the point where we might not got to get across, or we've got to go back uphill 2 kilometres. Yay! It's nothing like planning. This was nothing like planning. Kids might might get that inheritance before they thought. Do you reckon? Super. Freezing your wheels off. Why would we do this? Why do I follow him? Against my better judgment. In the afternoon. You do something like this at 4 o'clock in the afternoon during winter. Freezing cold water. Good idea. What a gentleman idea. This is a victim so far. Goss Bluff is an impact crater sandwiched between the MacDonnell Range to the north and the James Range to the south in Australia's Northern Territory. It is about 160 kilometres west of Alice Springs. It is one of the most studied of the Australian impact craters. The impactor, an asteroid or a comet, was probably about 1 kilometre in diameter and crashed into the Earth about 142 million years ago. The isolated circular feature within the crater consists of a central ring of hills about 4.5 kilometres in diameter. The greyish feature surrounding the inner ring probably marks the original boundary of the outer ring. The original crater rim has been estimated at 22 kilometres in diameter, but this has been eroded away. The 5 kilometre diameter, 180 metres high crater-like feature, now exposed, is interpreted as the eroded relic of a crater's central uplift.